Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about a quarterback, talk about a game. Both teams riding 2-0 starts here. One will get the turkey and move to 3-0 as week 3 gets underway. On the return, here's Irving. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And they'll be let out by their third-year signal caller.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game he had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. He'll look to throw. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. And it'll be their 2nd-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
2 numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And, of course, well, he cares less about those 2 numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another carry for him. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Back-to-back carries here. Escapes a defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. On the return, here's Irving. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So Tennessee headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Second and 3 now. Now we're on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Titans will have a first down. Here's a throw. That's taken in by Henry. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They're throwing it. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They'll throw it. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down. So after getting that pass away, he's in some visible discomfort. Training staff out now to see how serious it may be. The Titans going with a field goal unit here. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They'll take that every time. Great field position to begin this drive. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. They're already on a modest little winning streak here. Currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Back to throw, needing a first. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down. They go play action here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. And a man is there to knock that away.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. To throw here on 1st down. He's on the move. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
First down from the red zone. Short pass brought in. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. 7-3 is our score. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're back and excited to start the 2nd. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just one.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. They'll run here on 1st down. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Back to the well again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
To the air, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Complete out to the right. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Option give here. Has the 1st, but wants more. He's past the 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They send a receiver in motion right. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 4 on that run. That's That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Setting up a throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that extends their lead to 14.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And this drive will start inside the 25. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Henry on the catch. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. It's the Titans with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. This one falls incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Eagles returning their offense and this running back to the field. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. To the sideline it goes. He's got to be on the marker. Looks like he stayed in as well. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Throwing it again here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 38. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick. Just couldn't hang on, though. And this drive lives on to see 3rd down. Pass play now. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. All right, no more excitement here in this first half. He kneels this one down. Both teams head to the locker room. So as we reach halftime, we see the visiting Eagles taking a lead into the break. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. 30-7 was your final.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Return starts at the 9. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Eagles and this running back headed back out for a new series. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll throw on first. Connecting on a slant. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 36. Makes the grab in bounds left side. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 41. Option design here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They give it to him again. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Dialing up a pass here on 3rd down. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. That's taken in by Henry. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Eagles back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Finds his man over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. All right, here we go. Second down. Handoff now out of the gun. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
He has the first over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
First down, Eagles.
Running it now out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Motioning the tight end left. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Throwing from the gun here. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. They'll try and throw it here. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Brought in right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 3 now. They'll run it from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
On 2nd and 12 now. He'll get this to Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Second and 6 coming up here. He's going to throw this one. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
They bring the tight end in motion. Throw on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Still sticking with the passing game. Chased out to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again following the sack. Hits his running back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
On first down, they'll run. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him nearly double digits that time, Brock. 9 yards on the play. It's 4th and 4. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends the lead to 20.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Now outruns their offense to take over. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the 33-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And 4th and 4 coming up. He'll throw it. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. He'll throw it yet again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Plowing up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, You know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the battle.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher. It just felt like their presence took up the entire field. And this linebacker today, well, he had the interception earlier, a sack right now. You've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So that brings up 4th and long. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards them, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Now we're on the counter. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back-to-back carries here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuffed the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
To the air, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Eagles looking at a 3-0 start to the season. Punt team on the field. And they could really use a good one here. And he's brought down before the return gets far. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And the Titans will get set to take over. They're set up at the 35 now. Pass play on 1st and 10. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 8. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now looking to throw. Completed to his running back.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Caught for big yards on the right side. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. First down from the red zone. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Go! Alert! Alert! Check!
They are throwing it again. The throw is caught. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Forced out to his right, and he'll score! Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans get it back to within 2 possessions. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans drop the lead back to 13. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. A tight end in motion now. Now a give on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another carry for him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Titans call their third and final timeout. Setting up for the kneel down on third. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Titans headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Eagles are winners as we say goodbye from Nashville.